Hey everybody, this is Brian with the Back to the Track project. I want to make a quick video today and share with you guys this new drawing of our concept track. Now this drawing is more to scale than our other initial drawing. What it represents is an 1/8 mile track. This track, it actually covers about 7 acres. More specifically, it's 1,565 feet long. It's 200 feet wide and is a parallel setup where we've got the pits running parallel with the track. Now, this is a great setup because racers and other spectators can actually view the racing from right inside of their pit spaces, which is really cool. So what I'm going to do is go through this design, kind of show people how it works, how it's set up, and a little bit more about the track. You'll see here, this is the pit area and the viewing area. So you'll see the pits there. We've got 32 pits total with 10 pit spaces in each pit. That gives us a total of 320 pit spaces with this track. You see across the top there, the stage lanes where racers will step out, line up, and get ready to hit the track. Down at the bottom, you're going to see that green turf area. That's the viewer area. You can see it's behind some barricades to help protect the viewers, and has all the restroom facilities, essentially the porta johns will be located there as well. So first thing I want to kind of talk about right here is this vendor and event organizer area. This is designed specifically for food trucks, event organizers, speed shops that want to come down and provide their services to the racers. Now these can be rented out by the track owner and be used to bring in additional revenue. So in this example here, there's 12 individual 10 by 10 spaces. They could be rented out individually or in blocks. Now moving over to the pit spaces themselves. Here again, we've got 10 individual pit spaces in each pit. Each side is barricaded to keep kind of the pits separated, but then also to keep wide open spaces from being used as drag strips that aren't on the drag strip. So hopefully with all that barricading in there, there won't be a whole lot of goofing around inside of the pits. Now let's talk about the actual function of the track and how this all works. So once a racer's ready to go, he pulls out of his pit space, gets in the stage lanes, comes down around the vendor and event organizer area, and pulls his way over to the entrance gate. Once at the entrance gate, he scans his phone, which will be putting off a frequency through the app that recognizes that user as a participant in the night's racing. Once through the gate, he can have the option of backing into the burnout pit to go ahead and warm his tires up. Directly behind the burnout pit is the EMT and maintenance area. That's where the EMTs and the maintenance staff will be waiting just in case something was to happen. Once they've properly heated up their tires, they then can pull up to the start line and get ready to stage for their race. Now you'll see directly above the start line, we've got fire hydrants. Now we've got those all the way along the track. That's probably one of the biggest dangers is fire on the track, and those will be set up ready to go in case of that emergency. We also have cameras at the start and finish line. Now those cameras will be streaming to our website. So rather than racers wanting to set up their own cameras or have a cameraman out there, they'll be able to access those and clip out the video of their race and keep things moving along a little faster. Now the racing surface itself is barricaded not only on the sides, but also between the racers' lanes. This will help keep the racers from crossing over and potentially crashing into each other. On the outsides of those barricades, we've got 20 feet of extrastitial space for added safety. And then on the sides of that, we have 12-foot impact-rated fencing to help protect spectators. You'll see more fire suppression equipment, and then the finish line. Now at the finish line, there's another camera that can view the finish and be uploaded by the racers. So now this part of the track is the slowdown area. So they have the same amount of track as they got speeding up to get slowed down. Now, if they aren't able to get slowed down due to some brake failure or something like that, we do have our deep gravel run out, which is essentially like a runaway truck ramp, basically. Really deep gravel that gets those cars to a stop really fast. But with all going well, they make their turn, head out through the exit gate. It notices 2 vehicles exit. With the 2 vehicles exiting, it will allow 2 more vehicles to then enter the track on the start gate. Those racers then move back to their pit area and get their vehicle ready for their next run. Now these pit areas are going to be a great spot to set up a pop-up shade and give them a space to work on their vehicles, make sure they're safe for their upcoming runs. All right, well, that's about it. So this track, it represents our concept, kind of what we'd like to see. Obviously, it can be modified and changed to fit requirements of the area. Kind of the point is we got to start somewhere. We got to design something, and now we're just looking for feedback. So if anybody has any comments, questions, suggestions about this track, feel free to reach out to me by email. My email address is rbtaylor@draglinksracing.com. You can also comment here on this video, and I'll make sure to get on and respond to any comments that do come up. I want to thank everybody for watching and let everybody know that we're working hard every day to make these tracks a reality. Now, nothing's going to be perfect at the start. It's going to be a learning process. So all your comments, suggestions are very valuable. Thanks again, and we can't wait to see you all when we get back to the track.